Hi there, Trevor here from Double Bill Movies. Okay, so I have another big screen review for you. Like the last one, this is also quite a quirky and kooky horror movie. It is called Blood-Sucking Freaks. This is a lovely 4K, and this slipcover is actually a bit strange in the sense that it's not really a slipcover. Kind of comes off, and that's the alternate artwork. So I'll leave that off for now. So yeah, there we go. There's the 4K. I can show you the back. And there's the back. Now that scene is pretty infamous, I have to say, and a bit grim. But and there's your discs. Okay, so let's have a look. Film is from 1976, and it stars Seamus O'Brien as Sardu. Basically, he's it's like a horror theatre, and he's the guy who owns the theatre and runs it all and everything, puts on the shows. And then we have a woman who's a ballet dancer, and she plays quite an important role later on in the film, played by Vija Clem. I'm guessing that's correct, Viju. Anyway, then you have Niles McMaster. Danny Fauci plays the police sergeant. Alan Delay plays Creasy Silo. He's in the audience one of the shows and doesn't think it's very good. He's kind of a critic. Let's say he kind of ends up as part of the show later on in the film. Then Ernie Paisha as the doctor. That doctor is the one that does the drilling of the head scene. Yes, you'll see that in the picture comparison shots. Okay, so its uncut version is 89 minutes long, and this 4K is completely uncut. Now, I have this on 88. It's not part of the Slasher collection or anything. It's just one of their releases. Now, this is actually a Troma film, and if I show you the back, you could probably see the little green logo. It says Troma. So yes, that's one kind of artwork there. And most of that stuff is in there. It's very sort of off the wall and a bit strange. And the reversible art is just the same as that 4K, so no need to show you that. Now, they are in two different aspect ratios. So its release aspect ratio was 1:85:1. It was shot on 16mm, but was blown up to 35mm. And you know, it shows that it's 16mm, and I like that. It's pretty gritty. So when you see the picture comparison shots, you'll see this one is 1:85, like I said, and these ones are 4:3. But the picture quality is much better on this 4K, I have to say. So yes, all sorts of weird and wonderful things go on. There's another character called Ralphus, played by Louis de Jesus, and you know, he's a dwarf, or let's say small person. I do apologise. And you know, he plays quite a kooky role, kind of keeping the captive ladies fed and all that sort of stuff. And yes, they don't eat normal food. It's you know, it's low budget. It's a bit out there, I have to say, but on watching it on 4K, I actually enjoyed it a little bit more than I did the first time round. I think the fact that seeing things pretty much as they would have been as they come off the, you know, the camera, is something I like, and it sort of helps improve my viewing experience. but if you're into these kind of films, and like the previous big screen review I did, Mother's Day, then this one I think is for you as well. Not a video nasty or anything, but I think, you know, Mother's Day and this one could have ended up in the video nasties. There's just those kind of things going on in this film that could have put it on the list, but no, it didn't make it. So if it did, then I'm wrong, but never mind. It wasn't category 1 video nasty, that's for sure. But there was obviously quite a lot of films. So yeah, just show you this a bit better, and then I'll put that back together. So yes, let's have a look at some images. So these are the image comparisons for Bloodsucking Freaks. Now, I thought I'd got rid of my Blu-ray of this, as I said, but no, thankfully I hadn't. Now, there is some damage on this image here. You can see the white flecks, and I'll show you some more damage in a little bit. But so that's one image, and I have a 4K version of this one. So this is the doctor in the cell looking over the woman, and he does something very strange to her later on. That's the detective. Now, I thought he looked very much like the guy who played Napoleon in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, but no, not quite. Anyway, so as you can see, it's very sort of bluey, greeny, and red. It's quite washed out, but not a bad picture. Yes, that was the very strange scene I was telling you about. And what he does once he's drilled this hole in her head is pretty gross. And yes, that is a lady that he's eating his dinner off. It's a bit strange, but there you go. It's a strange film. And there we go. There's the 4K image. Now, obviously, the biggest difference is the aspect ratio. So if I go back to that one, you'll see the top and bottom of the image is missing. So basically, to make it 185, which it would have been for its theatrical release, they've cut the top and the bottom of the image off. But for the sake of the 4K and to give us the best picture possible, they've opened up the image to its full frame and given us 100% of the picture. Now, obviously, that means then that there's black bars either side of the image. Perhaps one day when I get a slightly different setup, I'll be able to get some masking, like the fancy masking that John Clancy has on his cinema. And then, there we go. Colours, to me, look way more natural. Sunlight and everything. And, yes, he's looking very sort of excited. I was like, ooh, what can I do? If you find out what... I think is it Mr. Sardu is saying to him, that basically he can do anything to the woman. And there's that scene again, a lot more detail. So actually the image is pretty nice for 4K. You know, it's never going to be the best. It is a 16mm shot film, but I like that. I think it adds to the aesthetics of the film, obviously. And there's that scene again. Looks a lot cleaner, doesn't it? And it's actually crisper when you see it in real life than what my phone has captured. But it's still not mega crisp. It's you know, it's not going to be a really high-end 4K. It's just a very nice 4K. And there's some better looking colours. You can actually see green in his belt. I wonder if we can see that on the other one. So if we go back to the original, yeah, you can just about see, but it's kind of blends in a bit. So if I go this way, and you see all these white flecks on the screen, and then if you look at that horizontal line that's appeared, so that's basically one frame to the next. and then I think another frame, and there's that line again, and then also you have this big scratch here. You know, that's film damage, and that big scratch there. But on the 4K, all of that's gone. So they've done a really nice job at cleaning it up. So there you go. So what did you think? Yeah, let us know in the comments if you've seen this film, if you own this film, if you like this film, what your thoughts are of it. If you have seen it, did you think it was just a bit too weird for you? Some of these are a bit too off the wall. I have to be in the right mood to watch this kind of thing. It's not something I would just pick out the shelf and go, yeah, I'll watch that. But yes, there we go. Anyway, please give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you haven't subscribed, it would be nice if you did, and follow me on this journey with varying different videos that I do for the channel. The big screen reviews, the playlist should be at the end of this video, and you know, there isn't just these weird horror films in there. There's other 4Ks like The Last Emperor and Robocop and a few others, so check those out please. Anyway, till the next video, take it easy.